You know what's funny about relationships? Sometimes you think you're playing it smart, keeping your options open, and then everything explodes in your face in the most spectacular way possible. Anyway, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoy my stories, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. I'm Savannah. I'm 29, and I work retail management at one of those department stores where customers think screaming at me will magically make their expired coupon valid. My boyfriend Cohen is 31, works in logistics coordination, and has this annoying habit of taking everything way too seriously. We'd been together for a year and a half, living together for the past 8 months in this decent 2-bedroom place where we split the rent. Look, here's the thing about Cohen. He's one of those guys who thinks relationships have to be this intense, all-consuming thing, always talking about our future and building something together like we're constructing a house instead of just dating. The man deleted his dating apps after 3 months of us being together, which I thought was sweet, but also kind of naive. I mean, we're in our 20s, not getting married anytime soon. I kept my profiles active because it's fun to see who's out there. It's like window shopping. You're not buying anything, just browsing. My friends all do it too, even the ones in relationships. It's 2024, not 1950. Besides, I wasn't actually meeting anyone from these apps. I was just keeping my options open, which is totally normal in today's dating world. The apartment we shared was comfortable enough. Cohen would cook dinner most nights while I handled the cleaning, and we'd watch Netflix together. But comfort isn't everything, you know. Sometimes I'd catch myself wondering what else was out there, especially when I'd see attractive guys on the apps who seemed more exciting than Cohen's daily routine of work, gym, dinner, TV, sleep. The validation of getting matches and messages made me feel desirable and reminded me that I had choices. Between us, Cohen could be suffocating sometimes. He's the type who wants to know where I am every second of the day, not in a controlling way, but in this clingy, needy way that made me feel trapped. I work retail, dealing with difficult customers and drama all day, and the last thing I want is to come home to more intensity. Everything changed last Tuesday when we went to this Italian place near our apartment. I was scrolling through my phone when a Bumble notification popped up, and Cohen saw it before I could flip my phone over. The look on his face was priceless, like he'd just discovered I was some kind of criminal. "You still have dating apps?" he asked, trying to sound all calm and mature. I actually laughed because the whole situation was ridiculous. Here's this guy acting like I'd committed some terrible crime when literally everyone keeps their dating profiles active. I rolled my eyes and took a sip of my wine, trying to explain it to him like he was a child. "It's just for fun, Cohen. I like seeing who's out there. It's window shopping, you know." But he just sat there with this wounded expression, like I'd personally betrayed him or something. When he asked why I wouldn't delete my dating apps, I had to be real with him. "We're not that serious," I said, because we weren't. We were just living together to save money, which is what most couples our age do. I told him not to be so possessive, but he kept pushing the issue. He started going on about how we'd been together for 18 months and how he'd introduced me to his family as if that meant we were engaged or something. His mom had been making weird comments about grandkids lately, which was creepy and presumptuous. I tried to explain that keeping dating profiles active while in a relationship is completely normal. Everyone does it. It doesn't mean anything serious. I wasn't meeting anyone, just browsing. It's like looking at houses online when you're not actually planning to move. But Cohen has this traditional mindset that makes everything so black and white. When I told him it was normal and that everyone does it, he just nodded and said, "Good point, Renate," which surprised me. I thought he was finally understanding my perspective. The rest of dinner was awkward, but I figured he'd get over it once he realized how unreasonable he was being. We went home, I went to bed early, and I assumed that would be the end of it. What I didn't know was that Cohen was planning his little revenge scheme while I was sleeping. The next morning, while I was at work, dealing with inventory and difficult customers, he was at home re-downloading every dating app he'd deleted months ago. When I think about it now, it was actually pretty calculated and manipulative of him. He updated his profiles with recent photos, probably those ones from his cousin's wedding where he actually looked decent for once, and started swiping. But here's where it gets really messed up. He matched with my sister, Latoya, my own sister. She's 26, works as a freelance graphic designer, and has always been the cool sister in our family. She's into gaming and all those nerdy shows that Cohen likes, and she's always been a little too friendly with my boyfriends. I should have seen this coming. Apparently she had super liked him on Bumble, which is just gross when you think about it. Like, who super likes their sister's boyfriend? And instead of doing the right thing and unmatching immediately, Cohen decided to match back and start texting with her. They spent 3 hours messaging each other, talking about me like I wasn't even a real person. Latoya told him all this stuff about how I'd been bragging to our family about how committed he was, how he was husband material while I was keeping my profiles active, which, first of all, is a complete exaggeration. I never said he was husband material. I just said he was a good boyfriend. There's a difference. And second, it's none of her business what I do with my dating apps. She's my sister, not my mother. The worst part was that they were planning to cause drama at our family dinner on Sunday. My parents have this tradition of Sunday dinners, and apparently Cohen and Latoya thought it would be hilarious to ambush me in front of my entire family. It was like they were conspiring against me, which is exactly the kind of petty, vindictive behavior I'd expect from Cohen once his feelings got hurt. Sunday dinner at my parents' house turned into the most humiliating experience of my life, and it was all orchestrated by Cohen and my backstabbing sister. I spent 2 hours getting ready wearing this designer dress that Cohen had bought me for my birthday. A $300 dress that I'll probably never be able to wear again without thinking about this nightmare. The drive over was normal enough, with Cohen acting like nothing was wrong while I talked about work and scrolled through my phone. I even got a Hinge notification that I quickly swiped away, not thinking anything of it. When we got to my parents' house, Latoya was already there wearing this red dress that she knew looked good on her. She gave Cohen a hug that lasted way too long, and I should have known something was up right then. My mom, Gloria, had made her famous lasagna, and my dad, Frank, opened a bottle of wine. Everything seemed normal until Latoya decided to drop her little bomb. She started by saying she'd seen something weird on Thursday, then revealed that she'd seen my Bumble profile in her feed. The entire table went silent, and I could feel everyone staring at me. My mom looked confused, asking if Bumble wasn't a dating app, and I tried to laugh it off as an old profile that I'd never deleted. But Latoya, being the vindictive little witch she is, pulled out her phone and showed everyone that my profile was active that day, complete with photos from last month's vacation, the one Cohen had paid for, which she made sure to mention. My dad's expression got all dark and disappointed, and my mom started asking Cohen if he knew about this. That's when Cohen threw me completely under the bus, telling them exactly what I'd said about us not being that serious and how it was normal to keep dating apps. Then Latoya delivered the final blow. She announced that she and Cohen had matched on Bumble and had been texting. The table absolutely exploded. My mom's voice hit this pitch I'd never heard before, and my dad slammed his wine glass down so hard I thought it would break. They started attacking me like I was some kind of criminal, calling my behavior disgusting and saying they were ashamed of me. My dad started going off about how I had no respect for relationships and how Cohen had been nothing but good to me. He brought up how Cohen helps with rent, bought me that purse I wanted, and fixed my car last month, like I owed him something for basic boyfriend duties. My mom was nodding along, calling my behavior disgusting and saying she was ashamed of me. Even my brother Everest, who's usually pretty chill, was shaking his head in disappointment. The worst part was how they were all acting like Cohen was this perfect victim when he was the one who matched with my sister and planned this whole ambush. When I tried to defend myself, pointing out that Cohen had matched with my own sister, they acted like that was somehow justified because of what I'd done first. I stood up so fast my chair fell backward and demanded that we leave, but Cohen just sat there, eating his lasagna like nothing was happening. He actually said the lasagna was really good and refused to leave with me. He told me I could call an Uber, reminding me that we're not that serious, remember? Throwing my own words back at me in front of my entire family. I was standing there, completely humiliated, looking around for any support, but nobody moved. My own family was choosing my boyfriend over me. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore, and I screamed, actually screamed, and stormed out. I had to call an Uber while standing outside my childhood home, listening to them continue their dinner party without me. The driver kept looking at me in the rearview mirror because I was crying so hard my makeup was running everywhere. When I got home, I started packing Cohen's stuff, throwing it all in garbage bags, and leaving them by the door. I was done with his manipulative games and his need to turn everyone against me. But even that backfired because when he came home later that night, he just grabbed his bags and left without saying a word. No fighting, no begging me to work it out, just cold calculated silence that somehow hurt worse than yelling would have. 3 months later, my life has completely fallen apart, and somehow everyone still thinks Cohen is the hero of this story. He's dating LaToya now, my own sister. And my family acts like it's the most natural thing in the world. They have Sunday dinners together while I'm not even invited anymore. My mom posts pictures of them on Facebook calling LaToya the daughter-in-law she always wanted, which is like a knife to my heart every time I see it. Cohen and LaToya moved in together after just 2 months, and everyone's acting like they're this perfect couple who found love in the most romantic way. It makes me sick. I had to find a new apartment that I can barely afford on my retail salary, and I'm working extra shifts just to make rent. My dating life is a disaster because apparently the story of what happened has spread through our entire social circle. Guys I match with online somehow know about the dating app drama, and they either think I'm a cheater or they're just looking for hookups because they assume I'm not serious about relationships. My few remaining friends treat me differently now, like I'm some kind of cautionary tale. Work has become unbearable because my coworkers heard about everything through mutual friends, and they whisper about me when they think I'm not listening. The worst part is seeing Cohen and LaToya together on social media. They look genuinely happy going to all the places Cohen and I used to talk about, visiting, doing all the activities he used to suggest that I thought were lame. She posts pictures of them cooking together, playing video games, watching those stupid sci-fi shows, all the things I never wanted to do with him. And the comments are always full of people saying how perfect they are together and how they deserve happiness. Meanwhile, I'm alone in my overpriced studio apartment eating takeout and wondering how everything went so wrong so fast. I keep telling myself that I didn't do anything wrong. I was just being realistic about modern relationships. But late at night, when I'm scrolling through dating apps that feel more empty than ever, I can't shake the feeling that maybe I lost something real. Fine, maybe I should have deleted the apps. Maybe I should have taken us more seriously. But that doesn't excuse what he did, matching with my sister, planning that whole dinner ambush, turning my entire family against me. He could have just broken up with me like a normal person instead of orchestrating this elaborate revenge plot. The truth is, I'm bitter. I'm angry. And yeah, maybe I messed up, but I didn't deserve to lose everything. Not that I'd ever admit that to anyone who matters.